Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt. Cassius, IFL TV, MTK Global. This is weird just sitting here, really.
What's weird about it?
It's just weird.
We punched the fuck out of each other and now we're sitting here chilling. What's up with that?
It's just weird. It's good. It's good. It's good.
We're here for a common goal.
You are here. That's the thing. You both are here for the same
war.
reason. You both want and are hopeful Chisora can do it on Saturday night.
Yeah, but asking him, I'd say praying, but I don't believe in fuck all, so I'm just begging that he comes through it, and that's it. David wants the exact same. But so much I've known Derek for as long as I can remember, and this is the night where it can all come into play for him. His name can explode bigger than it's ever been on Saturday night, and this is opportunity. David's lived alongside him for the last few years, and he's in unbelievable shape. I sat with him in his bedroom for half an hour before. Considering this the biggest fight of his life, he's so relaxed and calm. As long as he's got his record play, which he always needs, and he can play his LPs and stuff, he's happy. But you would think there'd still be some kind of nerves or some kind of twitches, and I would spot it immediately with Del. Nothing. And the reason he's like that is because he's done everything he possibly can. He's at peace, mate. And that's a dangerous man. A man who's at peace and who knows he's done everything right in the gym, hasn't left no stone unturned, that's a dangerous man. I'm telling you, it's a dangerous, dangerous man.
David, I asked you yesterday whether you'd kind of pick Tony's brains about USYK, and
we've been talking about strategy. You know, Tony's fought USYK. He's done his homework. You know, he tried to implement a plan which was working. I think physically, too many training camps, too many miles on the clock was the reason why he wasn't able to make. Obviously, USYK's a fantastic fighter, but I definitely feel the fight would have been different. Maybe I'm not sure the result, I don't know, but it would have been a different fight a couple of years ago with less wear and tear.
Yeah.
You'd have had to hold it together for a significantly longer point. And I just think Derek Chisora, the size he is, the natural 115 kilograms, it's a big difference, though, that extra 20 kilos pounding away at the body of USYK, around the back of the head, them little 10-ounce gloves on.
It's different when he has to deal with him physically. When you've got to deal with a man who's just, his mass is bigger than yours, and he leans on you and he weighs on you, and he's been working in the shoot fighters camp where wrestling will be implemented, just inside grappling work. It'll be hard for him. For me, when I face him, forget about what I've done. I mean, my plan was completely different. Yeah. But USYK wants to fight me at heavyweight. In hindsight, when I look back, I should have done it then, because once you go up, you should never come back down.
Roy Jones,
yeah.
Bird.
There's only one fighter in history that I know of who went up in weight and successfully came back down, and his name's Floyd Mayweather. I can't think of one other one who went up and then came back down and had a successful career. Even the most elite, like I think Roy Jones personally is the greatest fighter to ever touch boxing, a prime Roy Jones Jr. But if the greatest fighter who I can make out can't do it, then how does anybody else think going up and then coming back down? But that's not why I lost to USYK. I lost to him because he's the better fighter. Ultimately, the man with the questions to answer on Saturday night is Alexander USYK, because we know what Del Boy's about. We know what he's going to bring. The question marks are at Alexander USYK in the heavyweight division, and he has to answer them questions, and there's no one better to ask him questions of than Derek Chisora, because if he goes in with USYK, we know what AJ does. It's the speed and the power. Well, we've seen USYK navigate his way around speed and power. We haven't seen him navigate his way around someone who's going to get on your chest and not let you breathe. No one's seen that yet, because no one's been good enough to do it. Yeah. And you've seen some of the best cruiserweights in the world try and fail, like me, Murat Gassiev, Marius Bredes. There's so many who tried and failed. So I'm just hoping Del can do it. I think he can. He's in unbelievable shape. What you've done with him, David's implemented and put in place a great team, and he just looked perfect. He looks so at peace with his mind. Physically, he looks light, which is a great thing, because that means he's ready to just go through the gears and turn up the heat right from the word go, and that's what he has to do. It's all about, can USYK surviving at the pace that Dell's willing to set.
Doesn't start fast. The USYK isn't traditionally
fearless way,
fast. He likes to hard to get a feel for someone when they're on your chest.
Yeah.
It's hard to get your range when someone's on your face. It's tough, you know. It's going to be a different pace, a different mindset, a different rhythm than what he's used to. And I remember before I fought Derek, I brought in Carlos Takam, and I was shocked at how difficult it was. I was losing multiple. I usually win rounds in sparring. I was losing the majority of the rounds because I just couldn't deal with someone 18 stone just walking into range with big gloves and a head guard just getting there. Then I'm trying to punch inside and it just drains my energy. It took me weeks and weeks and weeks to get accustomed to that. I'm not sure if USYK has brought people in who's going to be marching through his punches to make it uncomfortable in there. The stuff that Derek's going to be doing in the fight, Papachenko won't let the sparring partners do that to USYK because it's borderline, you know, it's borderline what you're doing. We're paying you to spar. It's dangerous. So when the shit hits the fan, hopefully in round 4 or 5, USYK realises he needs to change and he's going to get to a point like Lomachenko did. Was I've just lost those early rounds. I now need to do something significant, and that doing something significant means holding your feet and letting some leather fly. And once they start trading blows, toe to toe, blow for blow, swing for swing, I'm going for the 115 kilo guy versus the natural 90 kilo guy.
That's not the way he's going to want it to go. That is his worst possible nightmare for Alexander Usyk when you start swinging with Dell. And you've got to understand, he absorbs everything. He just takes it and he just keeps coming and coming. And as I say, by looking at him in the shooting, he ain't going to tire. He ain't going to go away. There's no... When you look at the styles and what these fighters do, this can't be anything but a great fight first and foremost. And then also, the way Derek fights, you know, it's not like Derek can come into this fight and he's got multiple things that he can do. It's not like he can come into this fight and counter punch. You can't come into this fight and, you know, box on the back foot for a little bit. He's going to come in and have a fight. And this is what everyone will get excited. You'll be amazed, trust me. I can't wait.
What do you think his power's going to be like at heavyweight? His punch power, yeah.
It's not the power that he has, it's sharpness.
Timing.
Yeah. It's the sharpness of him. It's not a big punch where, don't get me wrong, yeah, everyone will say, well, he knocked you out. He dropped me flat on my back. I'm up at the count of 4 or 5. When someone hits you, when you're that exhausted and someone hits you, if they're a genuinely ruthless puncher, you're just asleep. You don't wake up. The fact that I'm up at the count of 5 lets you know that he hits hard enough to drop you yet, but the stinging punches, he will have to keep stinging Dell repeatedly, but then, I've told you before, that won't bother him. With different fights, a different mindset, he's expecting to get hit in this fight. I was turning up not to get really hit that much. He's turning up to get hit.
Look at the Takam fight, how much punishment he absorbed in the Takam fight, in the fights with Dylan White. There was obscene amount of abuse. Most people would be dead. I'm not exaggerating. That would kill most. An average man, it would kill. But Derek soaked that shit up and just kept coming.
All right, guys.
Soak it up, and he's gonna soak it up, and he's gonna do the impossible. Believe you fucking me.
I second that for sure.
Thank you very much, guys.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.